sorry about it. This is actually not showing up for you guys just yet. Got the browser window open so I can actually see the stream. Just so I can actually make sure about if something is actually going to work right. Sorry about it. This is actually not showing up for you guys just yet. Got the browser window open so I can actually see the stream. Sorry about it. This is actually not showing up for you guys just yet. Got the browser window open so I can actually see the stream. Sorry about it. This is actually not showing up for you guys just yet. Got the browser window open so I can actually see the stream. Sorry about that. Anyway. I have one final test before I get going. Okay, good. Yeah, you'll have to excuse me. I'm sorry about how this came out. Let me actually adjust. Yeah, so I'm still actually kind of getting the hang of this software and all. This is what it is that I am actually working on right now. This is actually part of a larger full suit. I couldn't get it to actually capture Blender, which is a 3D modeling program I use. I actually have the entire suit, the entire undersuit frame in a very detailed 3D model that I'm having to actually separate out details from the actual structure itself. This is actually part of a full. This is actually a Pepakura program. This is what Pepakura designer that I use for my costume building and prop. Like a lot of stuff anyway. And this particular Pepakura file was already created, and so one of the fun things you can do with this, if you are doing a project like this, let's get rid of everything on there. You can actually see how much of the structure you're going to actually end up building. And you see, with just some of the parts, you can make, the entire thing. I am going to be, let's see if those are the parts yes. And so basically, I'm not going to be actually making all of the parts for this. This is everything. It's not going to be printed. Some of this is like, let's see, this piece here is actually an edge piece. I'm going to be doing this out of sheet metal, so I won't need like a lot of these kind of pieces. I may end up still having to use this kind of piece in here. I'll use the join disjoint face tool at some point and actually kind of see, like what specific parts and everything once I really kind of go through all of these and actually see. But let's see, now we have, although I think I might be using a slightly different pattern, or I might be thinking of something else completely different at this point. Yeah, and also I apologize for not having this set up earlier. I actually thought I was opening a different file, but this will actually get the job done. Okay, yeah, so between all of these pieces, I don't have any of the rest selected. Between this, you can see that I have the structure I need. I may or may not even need this. So the gray part that you see here, here, that is actually the inside of the model. The white is everything that you would actually see if you built this thing normally. So if I was to actually build this thing fully, yeah, so there's more pieces that are missing. The sole, I haven't figured out. I have like a pair of sneakers that I'm thinking about doing with that, but this is actually going to be under my suit altogether. And let's see. And then let me save this as alright, well that's just one of the things that I'm going to be doing. If you watched my previous video, you saw the suit that I did. This, by the way, is how the helmet came out. For those of you who saw me at Dragon Con, you actually saw, you probably saw the entire suit, or at least the pictures I took of it. I'm considering actually finishing the Deadpool look on this, with actually doing like the black around the eyes and such. Regardless, because this is, I always keep my helmets that I make, except my Predator Iron Man that I made. I didn't like that. I actually like this one, so I'm actually going to at some point. I don't know when. Oh yeah, this is the the base helmet for it. This is actually the lower half of a Darth Vader that I made. I actually made the entire, it was actually a full front half. I just wanted to see how hard it was to do. And then I actually ended up cutting it off at like the cheek and the thing. And then, so there's actually a friggin' pretty good gap underneath here. Yeah, this one, you can actually kind of see where the gap is a little bit better, but the baby wipes and the wood glue really kind of blended that very well. So the entire suit was experiments. But I'm probably going to actually hot glue this in place, because I kind of like the overall helmet. And for wood glue, baby wipes, and let's see, like this helmet is made out of cereal boxes. I'm not sure how well you can see that. But like, yeah, that's like cereal boxes. Like I think that was Rice Krispies, like Cocoa Puffs or something in here. I got a Rice Chex box. Like I said, that's just cereal boxes. This up here actually is actually we can kind of tell if you see. I mean, you have to actually see the boards before I cut them up. This is actually the display boards that you find at like elementary school science fairs. Everybody's got that friggin' like whatever projects and everything, but you got those tri-fold cardboard display boards. That's what that was made out of. The body was actually that was Little Caesar's pizza boxes. was the actual upper body that I had. I had a Mass Effect N7 armor. The arms, basically the entire body armor was from the N7. I'm actually going to be replacing the N7 torso with the Mass Effect Blood Dragon torso. The abdomen and legs are going to be coming from the Metroid Varia suit. The arms are still going to be the N7, and then because I'm doing the Blood Dragon chest plate and back, I will have the Blood Dragon bicep overlay to go on to the N7 bicep. I'm anticipating a couple of issues with that, mostly just because you're having a bicep piece and then the other piece that's supposed to be a bicep, so it's really just getting the fit together on that. I don't really see that many problems, but I do see that being the one problem that I do have. Let's see. No. Well, if this actually showed up the way it was supposed to, it may just be because of which program I did the screen capture on first, so I will try later on and see. Hold on. Nope. And nope, still no good. So it may just be yeah, I'm not sure what happened with that. I will fix. Okay, cool. Quitting it helped without saving any changes. I'm not sure what it is I clicked, so rather than trying to figure it out right now, I'm just going to save without close it without saving. Well, what I had going on in Blender, I have the full suit, the full undersuit frame, and this could be 3D printed. It's got the details, everything else on it. And what I've been working on is, like with the arm piece, it's actually got like how the wires and everything else go and all. And so I've been stripping that out and getting it down to just the arm. I do actually already have a Pepakura file for the bicep and arm. And as you saw, I do have the Pepakura file for the shin and for the shin and calf area, for the boot basically. I'm working on making a usable template for the for the torso. I'm gonna try to figure out the arm rings, or I might just make. Eventually, I am gonna make a full suit because I do want to try to do a fully enclosed and everything else. But what I'm shooting for right now with the upper body is to basically just be able to get a usable frame that I can put on. And then later on, the frame itself, I'm going to add all the little detailing, like the wires and circuits, and basically make it look like the undersuit frame. Which then I can, which I'll be able to take my armor pieces and actually do those modular plates. And what else? Okay. I'll be able to do those as like modular plates instead of having to build the armor and everything like I did before. I may or may not use the undersuit frame in my upcoming armor, immediately. My big concern is getting the armor built, and then later on, as I go along, I may actually do the boot piece and the arms with the frame. But even with that, it's a matter of once I build the arms, then I've got to figure out like where to section it, so that way I can have the frame on and then pop the armor pieces onto it. So the undersuit frame is a project in of itself, as well as being a component of future armors. Anyway, let's see, what else do I have on the agenda? Oh yeah. Curatus and Megabot. Two companies. Look it up. America challenges robot duel. Japan challenges America to robot duel. And there's been all this back and forth. Well, we want to have the duel this way. And, well, we should have melee combat and whatever else. And all right, fine. I'm calling out both companies because you ain't done a damn thing yet. But more than that, you ignored my emails, bitch. I don't know what, like, I can't remember what the guy's names who actually do the thing. I don't feel looking it up right now. But whoever it is that's in charge of checking the emails and in charge of the companies themselves at Curatus and Megabot, yeah, I'm calling you a bitch. And I am challenging you. My goal is for this to happen next year at Dragon Con, but I do want it to happen. My goal is for it to actually happen at Dragon Con, but I need to be able to develop my armor based on my specifications and everything else. So, to any of you who watch this, share it. Tell everybody what the time code was it is that I started talking about Megabots and Curatus on. And I want to catch their attention. If they are willing to actually help me, I actually put together my thing, whether it is with advice, whether we work out some sort of deal or whatever else. I've got several ideas that I want to bring out, and I want to challenge Curatus and Megabot. Your little motherfucking robot vehicles versus my armor. Okay? I don't do mechs. I like them. Believe me, I have no problem. I would love to play around the Curatus bot. That's a nice little toy. And that little Tinker toy that Megabot's is running around with, talking about, oh, look at us, we so American. Motherfucker, I will tell you, okay? When I say that my suit is I built this in a cave with a box of motherfucking scraps. I built this in a cave using motherfucking scraps. Now, the reason why it is so important to me to get my project done, the Iron Man, the Iron Man class armor, that's just something really cool and everything else, but it's part of a larger project. Ultimately, I want to do a Hulkbuster class armor. I plan on using sensors in the suit to activate assistive motors and various other things to be able to actually make a working Hulkbuster class armor, which I will then develop into a actual heavy cargo lifting, debris clearing suit with possible combat configurations. Furthermore, I intend to take the engineering down the opposite way and be able to shrink the suit down and look at making a assistive mobility suit. I am looking for anybody who is willing to actually help me bring this so that I can actually go up against Curatus's bot and Megabot's, well, look how American we are that we can sling 3-pound paintballs around in armor. And we will see who's the best. Share this video around. If you know anybody who works for Curatus and Megabots, tell them I'm coming. And if you think I'm bullshit, watch my videos over the next year. I will be the undersuit support frame. That's something that I'm working on that I want to get done, but my main concern is getting the armor itself that I'm building for Dragon Con next year. I will be actually starting the Crafty Bastard channel that I mentioned in my previous video and that I've told several people about. It's just really a matter of I'm trying to unwrap my head from Dragon Con and get shifted into not just the post-convention thing and getting back into real life, but actually setting up the plans that I've been having for a while now and everything that I want to do with that. Excuse me for the voice skipping right now. It's kind of I ended up smoking like way too many cigarettes at Dragon Con, so that's why I'm kind of like raspy right now. Uh, and every time after Dragon Con, we get what's called con crud. Everybody kind of feels like mildly sick and everything else. For me, it just so happens that the end of Dragon Con happens to hit around my seasonal bronchitis, and so right now I'm a little congested and everything. But I am dead serious. Get the word out. I want Megabot and Curatus to know they are on my list. You should have responded to my emails. Well, in any event, I'm gonna wrap this up because I actually gotta finish up some dishes, and get things done. And before I go, tomorrow I will end up actually. Oh man. Okay, I don't know if you noticed I had like a weird flickery effect on the thing. Yeah, this is the Tron Legacy disc and everything. Tron Legacy. This is actually, I was glad to find the PDF for this. Full screen accurate, size anyway, and then the details are at least close enough, for government work. I can actually go in and do like fine detail work or whatever. This is just a piece of crap cardboard mock-up that I did for friggin' 10mm LEDs that I even clipped the wires off of. I'm going to be one of the projects that I'm going to be working on actually is at the very least just getting a nice display quality disc. Eventually, I really specifically want to use I think it's the NeoPixel rings. If I remember, I'm trying to remember if it's the NeoPixel line or something else. But Adafruit is a very good company. I will go back and I will put links in the description or whatever else to different things. But Adafruit is a company that does really good components. They have a 60 LED ring that's like individually addressable and everything. That just so happens to be pretty much a perfect fit for this inner C ring. And then they've got, sorry, it looked like I was having some sort of delay on my thing. I'm still getting used to the streaming software. I was kind of annoyed when YouTube stopped doing the direct webcam upload. I mean, please, YouTube, bring that back. I personally like the direct webcam uplink, or uploading and all, okay? I mean, I really don't like using streaming software. Although I do have to admit, using the streaming software really gives me a wider range of things to do. But yeah, like I said, I want to use the Adafruit LED ring, and then they've got some nice individual LED addressable strips that I'm probably going to end up putting around the outside. And really, the reason why I want to use those is specifically because that way I can actually do the proper light up sequence. Like actually they can go around and then be able to give the blade a spin effect. I have to find what I've got, but I'm probably going to use polycaprolactone plastic, or I might just get a sheet of plexiglass and have the blade cut, formed, and frosted, and then have the lines that are in the blade. I really don't like them pointing this way. To me, they should be going the other way. It's just little details that, okay, like that one actually has it better. So, okay, it's just the way that he did the way he did the design on this. Yeah, in my armor. Sorry about being a little scattered. I really keep meaning to do notes. The armor is actually going to end up having the Tron disc on the back mount. I haven't decided if I'm going to do lightsabers or I've got these two foam swords that they look like one of the swords from Game of Thrones. I think the Jon Snow or something like that. I think anyway. Don't quote me. I have to actually look and see. But yeah, the Mass Effect Blood Dragon chest plate, the N7 arms, the Metroid Varia legs and abdomen wrap, and then I haven't decided which specific paint job that I'm going to do, but I'm really kind of thinking if I'm going to end up doing Deadpool with it. The helmet is actually going to be the Blood Dragon helmet as well. I love how the pieces here will give me a lot of room for like a cooling fan. You know, I'll be able to actually put like maybe a sound system or something like that. I'll probably end up using a throat mic, so that way people can hear me talking better, and then some sort of audio pickup and thing. Ultimately, with the helmet, I'm actually going to be adding an in-helmet display, try to do a video feed, figure out where to put a camera, and then the helmet itself, the specific file that I have, has a really great place where it's structured, where I can actually make that crack open like Iron Man. Yeah, so I've also got a little bit of neck pain going on lately. In any event, like I said, make sure that Curatus and Megabot know that they ignored my emails, and I'm pissed. And so, alright, fine. They are on my list. People sit there and who know me think, you know, are going to say, oh yeah man, you're just pipe dreaming or whatever else. I'll tell you what, motherfuckers, I'm dead serious. Over the next couple days, I'm going to, I'll still be doing a couple quick posts or whatever else and all, because I need to get back into the habit of actually uploading regular. I had a channel at one point that I just ended up just be like, you know, I just didn't really feel like following up on it. I was trying to do too much at one time, so what I'm going to end up doing, the same thing, I realized I was starting to go that way with this channel. And so, within the week from now, today is September 8th. I should actually have it done by Monday, but basically by the 19th, I should actually have both my channels set up. This is going to go back to being my personal blog, and then the Crafty Bastard is going to be where I actually really get into the costuming and prop end of things. The things that I'm doing with the costuming and props, such as I want to take the Hulkbuster and I want to gear it upwards for one set of applications, and then downwards for another set of applications. I'll be actually getting into more detail on this channel. Things like the wearable computer, some of the ideas that I have to go along with that. There's actually this other thing that I was looking at. I can't remember what the name of it is, but it was a Kickstarter that people were making fun of. And it's a cube. It's got like a 16 by 16 LED display, basically. And I actually see some really interesting potential with that concept. Things like if you can make it bigger, if you can reconfigure the screens, you can get certain video drivers right, you could actually make a portable, basically like high-end laptop, decent desktop, level computer that has multiple displays and stuff. Obviously, I wouldn't be using a 16 by 16. I would actually be using decent touchscreen panels. Various other things. So it's really a matter of finding out just sourcing hardware and everything else. So along the way, there's going to be a lot of interesting things happening on both channels. The first couple of videos that I do on the Crafty Bastard may or may not end up being live stream. I do have another streaming software. I do have another streaming program that I use, and I'm probably going to end up for this when I decide I'm going to stream on the Crafty Bastard. I'm going to use my other one. That way I can set them up where this one is set up for my personal blog and the other one is set up for my costuming channel. But in general, the costuming videos are actually going to be edited, because I'm going to be doing a lot of build stuff. And so rather than doing live stream builds, especially because a lot of the stuff that I'm going to be doing at some point, I'm going to have to be out like in the backyard or on the porch or whatever else, and I can't tote my computer and my webcam out there, which, by the way, I'm using a PlayStation 3 webcam. You can see, this actually is very damn good. Alright, Well, anyway, I wanted to get out my challenge to Curatas and Megabots just to let them know that yes, I actually am in fact challenging them. No bullshit, no posturing, no whatever else. I am dead set on I want to take on your little toys in my armor. And by my armor, I'm not talking about this little costume crap that I'm talking about. I'm talking about I have actual combat ready armor that I am putting together. I have to source materials. I have to source equipment. I have to get a build space to be able to move beyond the level of crap that I'm doing right now. And that's basically my next step. I will be actually probably putting together a GoFundMe, maybe a Kickstarter or something. Yeah, but basically just spread the word. If you anybody who wants to see this happen, anybody that wants to see me personally, a 42-year-old high-functioning autistic who is kind of out of shape, take on 2 very big machines, then by all means comment, spread this video out there, get the word out. I want this to happen. Well, anyway, I'm going to get going because, like I said, I got dishes to take care of, and I got a few other things, like, there is real life as well. My goal is to actually be posting to my personal blog, at least once a week anyway. I may end up doing probably. I'm thinking about doing I've got something I do on Saturdays, so I'm gonna have to pick like a day that I always do, and then I may end up actually doing a second thing. But once I actually get fine tuning on video editing and all, that's when I'm gonna be really busting down on the Crafty Bastard channel as well. So stay tuned for all that and everything. And in any event, sorry about the mess up at the beginning of the video. I need to figure out how to get the Blender, how I can get Blender on screen capture, and I can show that. I really like Google Hangouts like a lot more. The problem is that when I do Google Hangouts, I can very easily switch between whatever I want to show on screen, but the big issue is that my camera doesn't work with Google Hangouts very well, and it looks like I've got this bright green filter on it. So if I can't get whatever figured out, if you happen to come to my channel again and you see it bright green, as several of my videos are, that's because I'm doing Google Hangouts, and it's the only way I can figure out how to do certain things. So, in any event, thank you for watching, and have a nice day. Now, where is the... now I just need to figure out how to actually end the stream.